Nettie's Notes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please click the button below and subscribe. I'm so excited this morning to be filming from my schoolroom. I teach preschool 2 days a week, and then during the summer we use our schoolroom for our family homeschool. If you visited before, then you know I'm the mother of 10 children, and I'm not a homeschooler. However, during the summer, I do homeschool. And today, I'm going to talk to you about our family book battles. Our kids do book battles in their public school during the year, and book battles are so much fun. Let me just give you a quick overview of what a book battle is. At the beginning of the year, the kids are given 20 books to read, and then during the following months, they are formed into teams of about 4 or 5 kids. The team together makes sure that they've read all 20 books, and then in April, the teams battle back and forth, answering questions about the books and the authors. Book battles are fairly intense. Each team has 10 to 12 questions, and they have to reply by giving the correct book and the correct author. I like book battles because they have the kids read books that they may not otherwise pick up on their own. They also try to have a good variety of books on the book battle list, including nonfiction, fiction, biographies. The victory is really that the kids have read the books and know so much about it. So, that being said, this summer our family is going to do our own book battle as part of our summer homeschool program. And when I choose books for my kids, I like to choose books that are older, that are books that I read as a child, that have more of the old-fashioned message, the old-fashioned feel about them, and that are not always on the modern children book list. Today I'll share with you 10 of our favorite books that will be on our family book battle list this summer. So here we go. Book number 1, The Boxcar Children by Gertrude Chandler Warner. It wouldn't be a book battle list without good old-fashioned boxcar kids. Number 1 is my favorite. This is number 2, Surprise Island. I'll probably put both number 1 and number 2 on our book battle list. Such a fun tale of kids who get to live on their own in a boxcar, make food, find food, set up house. Like I said, a staple on a book battle list. Book number 2, Emily's Runaway Imagination. Beverly Cleary has written so many fun books for kids, and recently I think we hear more about the books she's written in her later life, but Emily's Runaway Imagination is one of her earlier books. A fun, old-fashioned tale of a young girl named Emily. I like the down-to-earth home, family life, town life that Emily experiences. Book number 3, The 100 Dresses by Eleanor Estes. Again, an old-fashioned tale of good girls and bad girls, kids who are kind, kids who are mean, and girls that learn a very important lesson. The 100 Dresses is so classic and should be on every book battle list, in my opinion. Fantastic Mr. Fox. We have to have a rolled doll on the list, and Fantastic Mr. Fox is a short, easy read and so exciting and so intense as Mr. Fox makes his plan. Ghosts Who Went to School by Judith Spearing. This is such an old book, and I was so excited when I found this old copy at a secondhand store. I read this as a girl, and it's about a family of ghosts that moves into the neighborhood, and then they make friends with the family of real people, and the ghost children end up going to school. It's so fun to see what happens in the classroom when there's a ghost in the classroom with the kids. One of my all-time favorites from my childhood, and I'm so excited that my kids will be reading it this summer. The Courage of Sarah Noble by Alice Daglish. This again is a classic tale of a young girl, 8 years old, who went with her father into the backcountry to help tame the American wilderness. Courage and tales, and a very easy read for younger children. I like to have easy reads and more intense reads on our book battle list. Another all-time favorite from my childhood, All of a Kind Family by Sydney Taylor. Sydney Taylor has written several books about All of a Kind Family. This one is All of a Kind Family Downtown, about the 5 girls who grow up in New York. They're Jewish, and you learn a lot about the Jewish customs and holidays, and again, a down-home, basic, old-fashioned family life in New York City. The Bronze Bow by Elizabeth George Spear. These books just make me smile. They are such good stories with such powerful lessons for kids. Elizabeth George Spear has written many great books for kids. This is one of my favorites. It takes place during the time of Christ and has some religious and faith-building undertones as well. Baby Island by Carol Ryrie Brink. This is another great copy I found at a secondhand store. Carol Ryrie Brink also wrote Caddy Woodlawn, which I love. But Baby Island is a lighthearted tale of some girls that get stranded on an island with a bunch of babies and what they do, how they find milk, how they find food, how they keep house. Such a fun tale. Number 10, The 21 Balloons. This is, again, a really old book, but one of my favorites from my childhood, about a man who leaves in a hot air balloon and returns in a craft carried by 21 balloons. He travels around the world. This is such a fun fantasy. He finds a remote island with diamonds and gold and people that live there. Such a fun book by William Penn Du Bois. So there you have it, the top 10 books that will be on our family's book battle list this summer. Like I said, during the summertime, I like to choose the old-fashioned books from my childhood for our kids. During the school year, they get a lot of the new modern tales with newer messages and undertones. And so in the summertime, I like to make lists for them of some of the books that they may not find in their library anymore. Stay tuned for more of my favorite books at the end of this vlog. Thanks for watching. You can comment below about your favorite book for your kids to read this summer. See you next time. Welcome back for a little bonus tip at the end of my vlog today. I could not limit myself to 10 books, so here are 3 more of my favorites. Stone Fox, John Reynolds Gardner, a short, sweet read that stirs so many emotions in kids. This is a fun winter read that we do. It doesn't take very many days to get through as a family. Freedom Train, the story of Harriet Tubman. There are a lot of new fun books about Harriet Tubman. This is an older one, and I like this style. It's very intense, and you learn a lot about her family life and her own personal life as she helps lead slaves over to freedom. And another great biography, William Bradford, Pilgrim Boy by Bradford Smith. This is an easy read that we like to do sometimes in November, but it'll be a good summer read too for kids who need a good biography. Thanks for watching. Comment below with your favorite books that you'll be reading in your family this summer. See you next time.